Alright, so casual video here today. I'm just going to be ranking some of my favorite characters in anime. So I grabbed a handful of my favorite characters from each list. Hello, Maven. And I'm going to rank them against each other. This is not going to be easy because I love them all and I love them all for different reasons. So to say I love one more than the other is physically going to hurt me, and I don't know if it's going to be possible for me to actually rank them, or I'm just going to say, you know what? Nah, they're tied. They're tied a lot. We'll see. So categories are all-time favorite. That one shouldn't be too hard. I only got a handful of all-time favorites. Darling Angel done nothing wrong in their entire life. Fair warning, there will be a lot of serial killers in that list, I got a feeling, or mass murderers. Just saying. Love them. Sweet Boy and Girl, and I like the vibe. So some characters, I don't really have an explanation for why I love them. I like the vibe of them. Now, again, going to be difficult to rank them, but none of these are bad. I love them all. Starting off with a hard one, we have Reigen. I want to put him in all-time favorite, but I feel like he's too new. I only just started Mob Psycho. I haven't had it long enough to say it'll be an all-time favorite. He hasn't withstood the test of time yet. That being said, he's a complete con man, and I love him, and he's an angel who's done nothing wrong in his entire life, and he's beautiful, pure soul, sweet boy, best character in the series. So obviously, that's a good category right there for him. Next we have L, and again, Death Note as a whole is an all-time favorite series of all time, and I do love L. But I feel like I just love him as a character. He's fantastic. He's phenomenal. He's the world's greatest detective. I love all his little quirks and personality traits. But I don't think I can put him any higher than Love because I just love other characters for different reasons more. That being said, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite now because Asa from Chainsaw Man, I just said Mob Psycho, I haven't had it long enough to say it's an all-time favorite. I haven't had Chainsaw Man for that much longer, but I love this girl, her insecurities, her relationship with spoilers, just literally everything about her character and the isolation she goes through and being alone and wishing she had been more selfish and tried new things and not kept herself isolated from all her classmates and thinking everyone hated her when all this stuff is going on. And her backstory with the devils and her families and that cat. I love this girl more than anything. Yeah, she's an all-time favorite. Greed is phenomenal. He used to be an all-time favorite character. Since I feel like I don't have the passion of love that I had for him in the past. And he is a darling angel who's done nothing wrong in his entire life. But I feel that passion strongly for other characters. I do love him. But it's been so long since I've watched Full Metal Alchemist or read the manga. And I feel I just had to keep him in Sweet Boy. Darling sweet boy. Angel. Love him. I'm going to end up moving. I want to move him up higher. I want to put him in that category because he is. But we'll go there because there are other characters I love more, such as Bon Clay. Like, I can't say that I like Greed more than Bon Clay. I love Bon Clay. Now, here's the issue. Do I put him higher up or do I leave him in Love? And he's an angel. He's wonderful. I love Bon Clay. He's the power of friendship. He cheered, spoilers, for so long till his throat was raw with cheering and passion. I can't leave him in Love. I can't leave him in Love. He has to go up higher. So, do I like him more than Reigen? Reigen gets more screen time. So that's my excuse for Bon Clay being below him. Luffy! I love Luffy. He's an all-time favorite. It's Luffy. It's Monkey D. Luffy. Glorious boy. So he's an all-time favorite. Character-wise, I like what we're doing with Asa's character more. I like the character work and development, but Luffy is a phenomenally written character. It's just, he's an excellent execution of friendship, freedom, loving food, and his intense will. His intense will and loyalty is why I love him. But the traits executed with Asa's character in Chainsaw Man are just ones I personally enjoy more. So I've got to put Luffy below us. It hurts me. I love Luffy. I do, but I just can't. Dazai. Dazai is all-time favorite. He is going to be very high in number 1. I love Dazai. Bungo Stray Dogs. Fair warning. Bungo Stray Dogs characters are probably going to knock a lot of people down on this list. He's also a darling angel who's done nothing wrong in his life. Spoilers, but yeah, he's done a lot of things wrong in his entire life, and I'm still mad at him for hurting a different favorite character of mine. But again, it's his emotions of what he feels, and I guess I have to talk spoilers for characters or else this isn't going to make much sense. So I'll go light on spoilers, but there's going to have to be spoilers involved. So to be a member of the Port Mafia and then go to the good side, not because he feels any strong inclinations of being a good person, of helping people, but because someone else that he did care about is like, well, if you're indifferent to it, if it doesn't matter, why don't you be someone who's good? And him trying to change, to see the cycle of violence breaking as he has treated previous apprentices like absolute crap, beating them, tearing them down, and being an absolute monster demon prodigy, living up to that name, to being more nurturing, and, well, he's not all that nurturing, but to see him treat someone else differently, and genuinely forming stronger connections between the people around him, and not just using them as tools, but at the same time knowing how to use people like a tool to maneuver in his plots and plans. And by all means, there's a quote from Doctor Who, if you ever think you're winning and I'm in the room, you're doing something wrong, or you're missing something. That applies to Dazai as well, because this man does not lose. He has thought out every single step of a plan, every possible situation, and he's already won in his head, and he's just waiting for time to catch up. I love Dazai. Next, we have Griffith. Listen, he's not an all-time favorite of all time. I love a good villain. I love a good villain. I cannot, in good conscience, say Darling Angel done nothing wrong in his entire life, because he has done many things wrong. So many things wrong. All of the wrong. Evil character. Oh my god, he's a well-written villain, and I love everything about how he was developed. More than L. So, excuse me, L. I love you, I do, but next. Kenpachi Zaraki. I need to rewatch Bleach. I have not seen much of Bleach. I know nothing about Bleach. I've forgotten everything about Bleach. I haven't watched it since I was in high school. I have not forgotten my love for Kenpachi Zaraki, okay? I will leave him low in love. The nostalgia of him is too strong even. Maybe I should put him in Like Your Vibe. I just needed someone to put in that 5th place spot. I don't think anything's actually going down there. I love Kenpachi Zaraki so very much, so that it still hurts, and I need to watch Bleach for no other reason to see this man again. I remember nothing at all. But I remember I love him. Denji, darling boy, did nothing wrong in his entire life. I think that's actually a good spot for him below Bon Clay. To anyone who says that Chainsaw Man is just a cringy show and Denji is just a character whose only goal is to touch boobs, has either never read Chainsaw Man or does not understand how to interpret a series, because it is the most flawless is probably a little strong, but it's the most wonderful exploration of human connections, different types of relationships, friendships, between family, between loved ones, emotional abuse, the desire, things you want versus things you need, that triangle of your basic needs and wants. I adore the complexities of Chainsaw Man and how he goes about developing these connections and understanding empathy and intimacy and everything. I love Chainsaw Man so very much. It is a phenomenal series. It has no right to be as good as it is. I need to read everything by this author. Speaking of villains that I've absolutely loved in the past, Doflamingo. Love him. Again, in good conscience, I cannot say this man is a darling angel who's done nothing wrong his entire life, because he has done terrible, terrible, terrible things. Demonic angel. So we'll leave him there. And in good conscience, I gotta put him above Kenpachi. Do I like L more than Nah, Dofi's got style. Dofi's got style. We'll leave him just below Griffith. Whitebeard, Whitebeard. All-time favorites? All-time favorite. All-time favorite? Do I? Yeah, no, I gotta leave. I was hesitant. I almost went Darling Angel, done nothing wrong his entire life, but, like, absolute love. Love Whitebeard. Love him, his family, his crew. Would start a war for those he loves and for his sons. Yes, Whitebeard. Oh, I'm just imagining him with, like, the Squidward buddy. Don't hate your brother and holding him. Oh, yes. No. All-time favorite. Love Whitebeard. Love him so much. All right, next we got Felix from Bakuno. I really like Bakuno. I had to throw in some characters from here. He is a sweet boy. Spoilers, but he done some terrible, terrible things. His family's a thing. It's been a while since I watched Bakuno. I need to take a little bit of advantage of this fourth category, because I probably do like Greed more. I definitely like Greed more. I like him for the vibe. I feel like this is going to be mostly a Bakuno section, because Bakuno's a vibe. I love that series. I do. I need to read the light novel soon. Next is Pain. In terms of villains, very few top Pain. The attack on the leaf. His speech. Oh, Dofi's speech, though. Who has the better speech, Pain or Dofi? This world will know Pain. Or the speech at Marineford. Oh, it's close. It is close. Do I like Pain or Dofi more? Do I like Pain or Dofi more? I want to give it to the cycle of violence. But the interpretation of justice and who's the winner, victor, just decides who is just. Oh, God almighty, that is close. I guess there's a slighter... Pain has the better connection to the main character in terms of his relationship with Jiraiya and then to Naruto and their fight. I also don't like Jiraiya that much, though, so that's not that emotional to me. And I do love La, so that's a point towards Dofi for making him suffer. And his family, and Baby 5. Oh, this hurts. Pain or Dofi? Who do I like more? I mean, I got Pain tattooed on me. Edge to Pain for no other reason than I literally have this man tattooed on me. I might have to reassess. Alright, next is frieren. I love her. Oh my god, Darling Angel did nothing wrong her entire life, and for once that's accurate. She's done nothing wrong in her entire life. She's a sweet bean, just wants to develop connections and learn why she loves people, and she thought she would have more time with them. Yeah, no. I'll leave her below Denji, though. Sweet. I love frieren. She's just perfect. And I need to go right to himmel. I'm sorry, Gaara, I'll come back to you, but these two need to be together. Right there. And himmel is... Do I need to say anything? A little bit narcissistic, but full of love? And just wanting frieren taken care of? And for her to know that she is loved? Both of them. Angels. Angels. I don't need to say anything else. They're just angels. Sweethearts. Gaara. Gaara. All-time favorite. Love Gaara. Love him. Love him. One of my favorites since childhood. The nostalgia is strong. Do I like him more than Luffy? More than Whitebeard? We got more development with him than Whitebeard has. I love you, Whitebeard, but I gotta go above you. Gaara or Luffy? Who do I love more? I love you both equally. I love you for different reasons. I gotta give Luffy the edge, though. I gotta give Luffy the edge. It hurts. It's killing me, but his relationship with his brothers, gotta give it to Luffy. I gotta give it to Luffy. Why isn't... I know Ace ain't on... I don't have Ace on this list because I didn't want to fill it all up with every single One Piece character that I love, so I just took, like, the top few. But for, like... Luffy and Ace, together. Thank you for loving me. Yes, I gotta give it to them. Another one from Bakuno. Thank you, F.U. The villain has arrived. Yeah, just for the vibes. Was it Lad or something? I barely even know his name. He is just a presence. He doesn't need a name. He is a presence in the show, and he's there for the vibes. He's there for a good time, not a long time. Next is Madara. Madara, ghost of the Uchiha. Yeah, I love Madara. Why don't I have Madara tattooed on me? I need a Madara tattoo. Just his presence throughout the entire series, the building threat that he is this looming figure that is whispered about throughout the series. And the fear this man's name instills. And then when you finally meet him, and it takes an army to stand a chance against him, and the army is losing, every single nation teaming up together in a world where no one trusts each other, and to convince them all, the entire world, to fight under one banner, to go against this man, and you're still thinking it's not enough, and it isn't? I love Madara. I'm sorry, Griffith. I love you, Griffith. Move. It's Madara. It's Madara Uchiha. I obviously can't put him in Darling Angel. He's done nothing wrong in his entire life. He's done many things wrong in his entire life. He's hurt my babies. They're darling angels. They did nothing wrong in their entire life. I love Madara. Can I put him higher? I should put him higher. Is it's Madara Uchiha. He's an all-time favorite. He is an all-time favorite villain. I love Madara Uchiha. Unreasonably so. Oh, God. If anyone asks, he's the final villain. I do not accept the ending of the series, so he was the final villain. Alright, Illumi. I love him. Darling Angel did nothing wrong his entire life. Can I give that to Illumi? Can I give that spot to Illumi? He's done a lot of things wrong. I'm going to give it to him. I'm giving it to Illumi. I love him. The manipulation. I adore how much he loves his brother and how psychopathic that love is twisted. He's a menace. I love the needles. I love the mind control. I love his powers. I love his style. I love his relationship or dynamic with Hisoka. I love Illumi so much. I love how violent he is. And again, he loves Killua. He thinks Killua loves him. And how much he thinks that love should be portrayed as this full control. The control he wants over him and his family. Oh, God, he's a delight. I like him more than frieren, I think. I'm sorry, my darling angel. You're a sweet girl. I love you. Nah, I'm going up there with Illumi. I can't put him above Denji, but I love Illumi. Itachi Uchiha is an all-time favorite of all time, and we're skyrocketing to the top, right below Dazai. Can I put him above Dazai? My love for Itachi is very strong. The nostalgia might be pressing it a little bit high. I'm sorry, Dazai. I do love you, Dazai, so very much, but it's Itachi. I love Itachi. Just in case there's that one person in the world who does not know his full story, I'm going to not gush about it. But by God, I love this man and his story and his fight. Oh, his fight with Sasuke is glorious. Yeah, no, it's Itachi. He used to be my all-time favorite character, full stop. There's now one that's above him. Kenma, sweet boy. I love Kenma. Haikyuu is a new obsession. Can I put him in? I haven't had him long enough to put him in love, and he's clearly done nothing wrong. He's a sweet boy. I think sweet boy is a good place for him to be. I love how lazy he is. I love how he doesn't like to move. How he got mad at gravity. He just wants to play his video games, but his best friend dragged him into volleyball. And I can relate. That's beautiful. I love him. Sweet boy. Angel. Killua, darling angel, did nothing wrong in his entire life. I do like you more than your brother. I think. I like Killua more than Illumi. I do really like Illumi, though. Nah, sweet boy. Darling angel, did nothing wrong his entire life. I like his lightning powers. I like him and his sister. I like him and Gon. I like him and everyone. I like him and his family. I love Gon. I love Killua. No, he's above Illumi. I don't really have that much to say about Killua. He just wants to be a kid, do his own thing, find his own path, but he doesn't really know what his path should be, so he's following along with his best friend. It's great. No, he's Angel. Oh, I'm moving the screen. My bad. Koro sensei. Love him. best teacher in the world. Where do you go? See, it's hard to rank them. Like, I'm ranking Koro Sensei against some of the greatest villains of all time. He's an angel. Okay, he destroyed the moon. He didn't even destroy it. It's fine. That's a whole other thing. He's not responsible for any of that. He's threatening to destroy the world. I want to put him higher. I want to put him in Darling Angel, did nothing wrong in his entire life, but I really love the characters that are above him. And I will. You're phenomenal. I think I'd like you more than frieren and him. I feel like I love Himmel and frieren differently. I feel I almost have to put them down into love. I do love them as a character, but yeah, I just love other ones more. And the character work, though, with all these villains are just great. I'm having a hard time placing these two. Do I put them in Sweet Boy and Sweet Girl? No, I'm going to leave them right there. I'm not going to drop them down that low. Okay, we're good. Light. I love Light. I love a good psychopath. Is he a darling angel who's done nothing wrong in his entire life? Definitely not. My boy's done many things wrong in his entire life. Would never argue against that. He's not quite an all-time favorite. I will put him in love. I will probably put him below Griffith. No, the protagonist factor gives him a little bit of an edge. I get more from him. Seeing his downfall, seeing him spiral. That being said, he is going after criminals and the world's a terrible place. Boy's a darling angel who did nothing wrong in his entire life. War has ended in his universe. That scene in the subway is kind of fantastic. His god complex is, like, unmatched. Seeing him manipulate people, seeing him spiral, seeing him turn into a coward at the face of death. Yeah, I really like Light. Never mind, I really like Light. Okay. I feel like L's too low now. But not. I can't. Oh, God. Kurapika. I know you're above Killua. And that's probably a good place for him. His revenge, his story. I need more from him. I barely got anything. I got him in, like, the York New arc, and that alone is propelling him to some of my favorite characters of all times list. Like, it's close to it. I do love Kurapika. Yeah, I can't put him any higher, but his revenge arc, his powers alone, and the trades he's made for it, and I can see him starting to spiral, but his friends are keeping him from spiraling, so I love that. Akutagawa, we're going up to the top again. Oh god, I gotta rank Itachi against these guys? This is not going to be easy. It's Akutagawa. I can't. I love Itachi, but it's Akutagawa. So, Bungo Stray Dogs has my favorite characters in the world. This man is a complete and utter mass-murdering psychopath, but his insecurities, his wanting for respect from those he admires, and to see him parallel Atsushi, oh my god, I love this character. I love his powers. Rashomon is phenomenal. Seeing him and the Tiger Technique ones all team up and go together, oh god, I love this character so much. Not as much as Chuuya, though. Chuuya is my number one. Akutagawa, I love you. Move. Nothing's touching Chuuya. This man is glorious. His powers, his backstory, his relationship with everyone around him, the full corruption technique that he is a god. I love this man. And that's not even getting into his relationship with Dazai. With the two of them together, they surpass everything. Yeah, no, Chuuya, love him. And then Atsushi is next. Sweet boy, darling angel, done nothing wrong in his entire life. And him and Akutagawa, just the greatest pair, the greatest rivals. Seeing them hate each other, fight against each other, and then learn to work together and be an unstoppable duo with the exception of Chuuya and Dazai? Wonderful. And this boy has been abused his entire life, and instead of hurting others, he just wants to help and protect others. And you see him breaking that cycle of violence the way no one else ever could even try. I love him. There's Kyoko. Sweet, sweet girl. I was going to put her above Akutagawa, but you know what? Below is fine. How he has helped her, protected her, and everything with her, her mother, her time with the Port Mafia. We've lots of bodies in the closet. She's a darling angel who's done nothing wrong in her entire life. And I love her so very much. Let's just finish off the Bungo Stray Dogs characters, because why not? I'm just baiting. Can I put her above Itachi? Yosano she's a doctor. She heals you by bringing you to the point of death so she can completely revive you. And she has the most traumatizing backstory with an endless war, the Port Mafia, the armed detective agency, and she is an angel. She is an angel on Earth. With trauma, so much trauma. I can't have all the Bungo Stray Dogs characters and then Itachi, then Dazai. Okay, I've accepted that my nostalgia for Itachi can only go so far, and now it's just all Bungo Stray Dogs. The entire cast of Bungo Stray Dogs is probably ahead of every other character. All right, who do I have next? I can't even see who is there. Maomao. I love you, sweet girl, darling angel who's done nothing wrong in her entire life, an apothecary who is basically Sherlock Holmes. And I think I like her right there below Koro sensei. I love everything. Her humor is fantastic. Her relationships with her sisters, her father, everyone at the brothel, and the harem. She's a perfect character. She's an angel. She's just protective. She has a fire in her. When you get her angry, she will hurt you. I love Maomao. She's wonderful. Let's see. Next, Matsuda. I think I can put you in just regular loved. Phenomenal character in Death Note. One of the reasons I love him. He's a very good neutral ground. I was never sure if he was going to lean towards Kira's side or not. I figured he'd stick with the police, but I do love Matsuda. All right. Mello is also here for the vibe. Love Death Note, loved it. Obviously, part 1 first, but it's the Mafia, okay? I have a obsession. He's very much a hothead. He's a genius, and he's got a chip on his shoulder. That's like everything I love in a character. Nami, angel, darling angel. All right. Do I like Nami more than Luffy? Now, close. It is close. I love Nami. I love how loyal she is to Luffy and how much she looks up to him. I love that she loves money. I love that she loves her crew. I love that she was willing to spend every berry that she had to save her friends. I love her passion. I love how she was protecting her village. I love how she did not want anyone to know she was protecting them. And her relationship with her sister and everything. And the tangerines. She is wonderful. And the only one I probably love more is going to be Vivi. I love Vivi. Do I like her more than Luffy, though? So love Vivi. I really love Luffy. I love Nami and Vivi equally. They're both phenomenal. Vivi in Alabasta. Alabasta, maybe I should give it I almost gotta give Alabasta the edge. Love Luffy. Can I? I can't. I'm close. Just because Alabasta is when I first fell in love with the series. I was enjoying One Piece. I was enjoying its moments, but I wasn't hooked until into Alabasta, when she is trying to find her voice to save her people, to stop the conflict, and no one can hear her, to have her scream at that bell tower to stop the fighting. I could cry. It was so emotional. I'm obsessed. I love Vivi so very much. I'd say more than anything, but she's an all-time favorite. Wonderful, wonderful character. Quite honestly, I keep forgetting her name. Mima? Me? Mima, something like that. Perfect Blue, phenomenal character, but I can't put you much higher than Love. Perfect Blue is just a work of art masterpiece, and I need an excuse to talk about it. Psychological horror stalking. It is. I'm so happy I watched that movie. It's so good, and I absolutely love the protagonist. Seeing her psychologically break as the pressure she is under and those around her put her under, and how she is abused and taken advantage of, and finding her own path and her own way to make her life what she wants it to be. Love her, love her, love her, love her. Could not praise her enough. All right, Sesshomaru. How high can I put Sesshomaru without it just being pure nostalgia? Quite honestly, not very high. It's all nostalgia. Protective. The sequel does not exist, okay? It ended at Inuyasha, the final act. There was nothing after that. There's no story past there. Seeing him care for Ren, seeing him go from anger to indifference towards Inuyasha, I can't put it much higher than Sweet Boy, but I do really love him. He used to be an all-time favorite character when I was a teenager. Next is Shikamaru. We are putting him up somewhere around Gaara. And I always go back and forth between if I love Gaara or Shikamaru more. I love them both. I love them both for different reasons, but I think I gotta give the edge to Gaara there. So Shikamaru, I love genius, lazy boy. Love when he gets motivated. The Sasuke rescue arc is one of the best arcs in Naruto. I love everything when Shikamaru shows up. And, seeing him going after Hidan Kakuzusa, though. I love you, Gaara, I do, but edge to Shikamaru for that arc, and the trauma that was inflicted on me with the fight with Asuma and Hidan. Oh my god, how did I not think of that? I might have to put you higher. Can I put you higher? No, I think I probably cried harder for these three. No, I haven't. You know what, Asuma, we'll go just below Luffy. I've cried harder because of Luffy. Marineford was brutal. Marineford was absolutely brutal. Who's next? Mob from Mob Psycho. Okay, oh god almighty. I'll put you right below Reigen, and I fully expect Reigen to go to an all-time favorite character. But Mob, seeing him grow, seeing him improve himself, seeing him work to strengthen himself and not rely on his psychic abilities, joining the body improvement club, everything with Mob. He's the sweetest boy. Seeing him take charge. I'm trying to... I want to put him higher. I can't. Give it like a year, give it a couple months, and I'll probably end up moving him and Reigen into all-time favorite characters because they're so good. I'm dropping Light down. I'm dropping Light down. Okay, those two are at the top, about to go into all-time favorites. All right, Guts. What do I even say about this man? The most trauma I've ever seen in a character. Trauma's kind of half my thing. Darling Angel did nothing wrong in his entire life. I don't think I can put it in an all-time favorite yet, which kind of means it should be below these two, because I feel like they already should be as an all-time favorite. I do love Guts. I love how focused he is in revenge. I love seeing him in his state of going to revenge, his past arc. Now I'm into with his present. I love him and Puck. I love how he is with those around him who are also suffering abuse. Like, the option is there for him to just go and live a normal life, but he's following this path of revenge because revenge is the only thing that's pushing him forward. It's the only thing keeping him from walking one foot in front of the other. There was a quote from somebody saying that I felt the anger, I felt the pain and the anger and the revenge because that was easier to feel than sadness and grief. And he's holding on to that pain to keep him going because otherwise he would like crumble. And that is just, it describes Guts so well. And I love Guts. Such a good character. Darling Angel did nothing wrong in his entire life. Sweet boy. La is great. I do love La. But I feel like I love him less than a lot of other people do. He's one of my favorite characters in One Piece. A lot of it's for his style, a lot of it's for his abilities, a lot of it's for his personality. He is great. I don't have as strong as an emotional connection to other characters on this list, so I'm gonna put him right below Frieren and Himmel. All right, Kageyama. I do love him. Oh. I think I love him slightly less than La. Oh, I put him below Matsuda. There we go. I love his focus on volleyball. I think I love him more when I'm in the series. Love when he shows up, his focus, his dynamic with the team, seeing him grow and change from being like the lone king of the court that everyone despises because no one can keep up with him and he's expecting to bring everyone up to his level right away, and then seeing him change, work with others, and develop his own techniques so he brings people up to bring them to their best, not just expecting them to meet his expectations. He has to meet theirs. You know what? I gotta bring him a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Kenpachi, I'm gonna drop Kenpachi down just because I don't remember anything about Kenpachi. I love him. I do. But really all I remember is that I love him. I need to watch Bleach. All right, it's Kageyama. Yeah, there's a good spot for him. He's so good. He's such a good character. I need to finish Haikyuu. I need to read the manga soon. I see sunglasses. That is Robin. I love Robin. I love Robin. I love her. Darling Angel. I was going to drop her down below Asai, but I kind of can't. It's Robin. Her entire backstory, Ennis Lobby, and everything with Water 7, like, broke my heart and soul. I don't know if I've ever cried so hard. That being said, tell me you want to live. I almost want to put Luffy higher now. Luffy and Asai, like, those two are tied. They're wonderful. They're close to tie. I'll give Luffy the edge right there. But Robin, Angel, honest to God, Angel, anyone who calls her demon child without putting respect on that name is going on my hit list. I love Robin. Her history with her mother, the scholars of Ohara. I can't wait to see what she'll do in the future. Just wanting to know the truth of the history of the world and being targeted for that, being hunted, thinking that she would be a burden and no one would ever choose her if it meant taking on the entire world as their enemy, and then just wanting to die, and finding her people who love her and saying, I want to live, give me that opportunity, and she fights for that will to live. I love Robin. I love her. Angel, so good. Phenomenal character. Rampo, I didn't know I had you on here for Bungo Stray Dogs characters. I would have came and got you sooner. I love Rampo. He's probably tied with Dazai. It's a Sherlock Holmes character. He's a little goofy. He knows everything. And he's got his insecurities. He doesn't understand people because he doesn't get why no one's as smart as him. But that being said, I'm not as emotionally invested in him as I am the other Bungo Stray Dogs characters. I definitely like Itachi more and Robin. All these I like more. I will put him lower. So if I have to put one Bungo Stray Dogs character lower on the list, I'll choose Rampo. But I do love him. He's a sweet, darling angel, done nothing wrong in his entire life, and I would defend him with my life. All right, it's Miriam. Oh, God. Hunter x Hunter has not been my favorite series in the world, but I do love some of their characters. Darling Angel done nothing wrong in his entire life. Oh my God, how do I describe this man? He is the strongest warrior alien creature, he's not an alien, but whatever, that's ever been created, and I just love someone when they're good at what they do, and he's good at everything. Like, I had so much fun watching him play board games. And just beating the best of the best, and he's going to be the best of the best. And seeing him have his internal, external crisis of who he is, because he was just the king, but the king is a title, not a name. What is his name? His relationship-ish with his mother, that happened, and he left her for dead, but then wanted the name from her. The royal guards, how he interacted with them. And, oh, God almighty, I gotta put him higher. God almighty. Like, having him figure out that there are different types of power, some need others to protect them, and just because he could kill a bunch of people doesn't make him more powerful than someone else, because it's a different type of power, and learning to feel human emotions, and just the missed opportunity of what would have become if he was allowed to exist longer, and he's grown and changed in such a short amount of time, to wonder what he could have become. And then that jerk of a panel that showed him and Koyami's hands together, just rude. I love them. I love him. He's wonderful. Angel done nothing wrong in his entire life, and he will be an all-time favorite character eventually. Gotta scroll down a little bit to get I'm just gonna bring the last 2 characters up so I can see who they are. Put everything back in place. All right. You are from Bakano as well. So Jacuzzi here can stay in just the vibe. I love him for the vibe. It's like all Bakano and Mello. But CL is a darling angel who's done nothing wrong in his entire life. The amount of trauma this child has gone through, I gotta be up by kurapika. No, we're gonna leave you below Denji though. I love Black Butler. CL is an incredible character that is just completely and utterly broken, and I need to read the manga because I know it's so much darker. To lose everything, to be assaulted, to just want revenge against the people who wronged you, then he's working as like the queen's watchdog against her enemies. And then you have all these crazy creatures. There are reapers, there are angels, there are like these werewolf things. There's so much going on in the anime that I don't even know what happens in the manga. And then there's zombies, and then there's the circus. Boko Circus was traumatizing. I love CL. He's just broken. Entirely broken, and just set on getting his revenge. He's living for his revenge. And that's all there is to it. But he's also like drinking his tea and eating his biscuits. And bossing CL or Sebastian around. I need to read the manga. I so need to read the manga. Alright, let's go through these characters, see if I need to rearrange any. The love category just has some weird people in them in terms of we got some heroes and we got some villains. I mean, I'll put Kenma above Greed, but otherwise, yeah, there you go. Alright, so those are some of my favorite characters in anime. Don't think I'm missing anyone, but if I am, just like ask me in the comments, have I watched this anime, what do I think of this character, and where they would fall compared to everybody else if I just didn't put them on for some reason. Alright, that's all I got. I will talk to you later. Bye.